With the launch of the Lumia 620 earlier this year, Nokia really wants consumers to have an interest with Windows Phone by bringing this budget phone to the market. What's up guys, it's Garcia here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nokia Lumia 620. As always, I'm going to be cutting this video into different parts, so we'll be taking a look at the design, the hardware, call quality, OS, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts about the device. The phone itself really stands out when you take it out in the crowd, with its bright and colorful back. It is made out of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap at all because of the matte finish. What is nice though is that it's changeable into different colors like orange, yellow, black, white, and pink, so if you get bored of the color, then you can always switch to a different one. The back cover retails for around $24 or less depending on where you buy it from. Taking a look at the front of the phone is a 3.8-inch display with a resolution of 800 by 480 with a pixel density of 246 ppi. It felt really small in the beginning as I've been using phones with over 4-inch display, but after using it for a long time, I gotten used to it. Along with that is a VGA front-facing camera, call speaker, and the Nokia branding. It felt very nice and lightweight at just 127 grams. On the device is the volume rocker, power button, camera button, micro USB port, microphone, headphone jack, and another microphone. I actually did have some difficulties with the buttons of the phone, and in my opinion, the volume rocker should have been on the left side of the phone and put the power button to where the volume rocker currently is. The camera button is definitely a plus on this, as it is a lot easier to take photos with it rather than the touch camera button. Taking a look at the back of the phone is a 5-megapixel camera which is capable of taking 720p videos along with LED flash. Below that is the Nokia branding and the speaker. The speaker of the phone is amazing, and in fact I was surprised. There's a nice balance between the highs, mids, and lows, and I've used a lot of smartphones, and so far this is the best speaker I've ever used. Most of the time the speaker would either sound thin or really bassy, but the Nokia Lumia 620 speaker has just a perfect balance. We are now seeing phones with 13-megapixel camera. The Nokia Lumia's 5-megapixel camera can certainly outperform some of them, like the LG Optimus G for example. The camera on the Lumia 620 is by far the best camera I've used on this smartphone. With a nice saturation, contrast, and color. The front-facing camera, however, is a different story. It is VGA, so obviously expect a low-resolution photos. Here are some of the photos and videos that I took with the phone. If you want a comparison of the rear cameras of the Lumia against some of the high-end smartphones, please click the annotation on the top left corner. Despite the little amount of internal memory of the phone, Nokia still managed to add the micro SD card slot on the back of the device to expand the 8GB of internal memory for up to 64GB. The phone is fast as you would expect with Windows phones. It features a 1GHz dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor along with Adreno 305 GPU. Sure, it's not powerful, but it doesn't even feel like it because everything is fluid, and that's what you gotta appreciate about Windows phones. I wasn't really able to fully test the gaming capability of the phone due to lack of apps on the Windows Store, on which I'm going to be talking about later in the OS. I did play a few games including Final Fantasy and a few other light games, and it was running absolutely fine. The phone uses Nokia's clear black display, and although it has a low resolution, it still has some decent contrast and saturation with some good black levels. The phone is powered by 1300 mAh of battery, which is surprisingly good. I was able to use it for just under a day with 3G connection on for the whole time, with a great standby time, may I add. Connectivity wise, the phone has a dual band antenna, so you can access to the 5GHz band on your wireless router. Sadly, there's no NFC and wireless charging on the device, so if you want those features, then you might want to check the other models. In addition to that, it is also not 4G capable. Call quality on the Lumia 620 is quite good. It is very clear and crisp. I was using the Optus network here in Australia with 3 bars of signal, and I didn't really have any cut-ups. The OS is known for its simplicity. It is very easy to use, and it's mostly sliding from left to right. If you are running Windows 8 on your PC, then you shouldn't find the phone difficult to use. The great thing about the OS is that you don't need a powerful processor for the OS to run smoothly. Unlike Android, you will need some pretty decent specs at least. Being said that, Windows Phone 8 is fast, clean, and it looks very organized. While it's not as customizable as Android, Microsoft has added a few customizable settings on the OS, like the live tiles for example, on which you can now change the colors of it and adjust the size of the icons. The biggest downfall of Windows Phone 8 at the moment is the lack of apps. Most apps that I use on Android weren't available in Windows Phone 8, such as Google Apps and Instagram. I really hope that we'll soon be seeing more apps over the next few months because we're now seeing more Windows phones. In regards to that, Nokia has added quite a few apps and most of them are actually quite handy, though you will have to download some of them in the Windows Store. I really loved using the Nokia Maps and here City Lens. The maps load very quick and was able to search for my destination in just a few seconds. Here City Lens is actually a very powerful app. It uses the camera and overlays all the shops, restaurants, and points of interest right on your screen. In terms of accuracy, it's very accurate and I just really enjoyed using it, though it might look a little bit awkward in the public. Windows Phone 8 offers Microsoft Office straight out of the box, and it is definitely very useful on the go. Internet Explorer is actually a nice browser. It is fast and battery smooth when zooming in and zooming out. Although the problem is that sometimes it is having trouble rendering the page, but other than that, it is one of the best browsers that I've used on a phone. Despite the lack of apps and customizability, the Nokia Lumia 620 offers some nice features such as the camera, great battery life, Nokia apps, and Windows Phone 8. It is a great all-around device with a unique design that will stand out in the crowd. I don't really have any major complaints about this phone as most of its downfall is the OS itself. If you're looking to switch to Windows Phone ecosystem, then this is a great phone to start off with. So there you have it guys, that is my review of the Nokia Lumia 620. You can now get this on Mobile City's online store for $269. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up or leave a comment about what you think of the device. I'm Jens Garcia and I will see you all in the next one.